Southeast orthopedic specialist local sports update. Next week, a big-time rivalry is going down on the diamond as Florida and Florida State baseball will square off right here in Jacksonville at VyStar Ballpark Tuesday, March 25th. Gator Bowl Sports announced yesterday that the fan-favorite event is sold out. For fans attending the game, this information will be helpful for navigating parking and ballpark entry. Prepaid parking is on sale for $10 per space and available through the TaxSlayer Gator Bowl offices. To purchase, call 904-798-5999. Game day parking is available in Lot J and Lot P. Both lots are cashless and accept credit card payments only. Gates will open with staggered timing, allowing fans to partake in batting practices. Home plate gate will open at 3:30 p.m. and all remaining ballpark gates open at 4:30 p.m. First pitch is scheduled for 6 o'clock p.m. It's 63 degrees at 6 o'clock. Time and temp brought to you by Bueller Air and Plumbing. Stay cooler with Bueller.
1010XL is presented by Farah & Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555. Jacksonville. Into the Night with Rick Ballou on 1010XL 92.5 FM.
Alive she cried, and that was moments ago. St. Mary's with an upset today. A 7-10. Down goes the SEC. And the doors of Vanderbilt. That is a 59-56 final. That becomes the 6th game that is in the books. That means 12 more still to go. 2 of those right now ongoing, including a furious comeback here by North Carolina. They've cut it to 4. 63-59. Mississippi up over UNC. Remember, the Tar Heels had to play themselves into the tournament as an 11 seed, getting the victory a couple of nights ago on Wednesday. And a massive scoring drought right now for Mississippi. Also, Maryland up 42-30 over Grand Canyon. We have several other games getting set to get underway, including the Florida Gators. They will do so in 45 minutes. Florida tonight taking on Norfolk State. They are a 28.5-point favorite. Just thrilled to have you with us. A Friday afternoon, we're at Dawg Tavern, where they are celebrating their 3rd anniversary. The place is packed. And let me tell you, people have been coming and going. They've been here all day. Still room for you. It's in Bartram Park. And it's just a great place if you're with buddies. Okay, a bunch of guys that I golf with, let's say, I don't know, about a half dozen times a year. With the Mead group that goes back really years and years and years. Mr. Mead passed. I'm guessing 7 or 8 years ago. But anyway, I've just known these guys, and they're here. Some other buddies of mine, some knuckleheads that I play golf with routinely. They are here. Families are here. You have a great bar. It's like a Chicago bar. It's almost like a long caboose where it's straight back, and that's the way most bars and taverns are in Illinois, and they have the garage doors that they open. A couple of them are right now, and then also a few are shut. So certainly outside patio, if that's your thing, you can do that as well. They're celebrating their 3rd anniversary, which means they've got $10 domestic beer pitchers, $3 White Claws. And that's good right now. That is good all night long. Try some of their hot Lemonaki wings, which I guess is a specialty here, and all sorts of different stuff. I'll keep you updated on what to look for here at Dawg Tavern, but we invite you to come on by. Again, it is in Bartram Park, and we're going to be here until 8. Then Hacker will take over. He'll be with you tonight until 10 o'clock. Okay, really good day yesterday for me. I imagine it was a pretty good day for you if you played chalk. I did have a couple of upsets, but overall it was a 13-3 Thursday. That has changed today. I'm 3-3 right now, and I do have Mississippi here over UNC. We're in the final minutes of that matchup. They've gone to a television break and a TV timeout. It is Ole Miss finally back on the board. And let me see here now. Yes, it is 65-59 Mississippi with 2:49 to go against UNC. We haven't really seen the electricity so far yet. You know, that last second game-winning three-point shot or driving the entire hoop and taking it up off glass and what have you for a game winner. I still think that is going to come. It could come as early as tonight. We will see. But, I don't ever want to take away from just how great this tournament is. We have seen some upsets, right? I mean, earlier today, I did have Mississippi State over Baylor. I imagine a lot of you out there did have the Bears. We had a couple of big upsets yesterday, including McNeese knocking off Clemson. But we haven't seen that spectacular finish that really defines the NCAA college basketball tournament. You got to believe it's only a matter of when, right? And maybe it is in this matchup here between Mississippi and North Carolina. Let's see, UNC with the basketball, 2:40 to go. They're down by a couple of possessions, 65-59. They work it inside for the easy two. So North Carolina has really been doing whatever they want here the last 7 or 8 minutes. Their field goal percentage has gone up immensely. And as we talked about, Mississippi has just found themselves in a massive scoring drought. They just can't do anything with the basketball. They can't find buckets. And right now, North Carolina's really picked up their defense. And let's see here, Mississippi to the hoop. Another great play by UNC, but an errant loss or a lost ball and a foul. So that was a break because that was a good defensive stand by North Carolina, but a loose ball was picked up by Mississippi. So I believe this is a shooting foul. They will go to the charity stripe, begging for points. I mean, this is one of these deals where the longer this game goes on, the more this really is going to favor North Carolina. You can feel the pressure right now on Mississippi. All right, we got a lot to do over the next 2 hours. First off, R.J. Saunders is here. This is like the old days, for crying out loud. How am I blessed to be able to spend the next 2 hours with you?
I'm blessed to be with you, Rick. That's the thing, but this does bring back a lot of old memories. I mean, we did this for a couple years where we'd go around the entire city, give great shows, give great performances. So to be able to do this again, man, it just really brings a lot of great memories, and there's nobody else I'd rather be with than you.
It's good to see R.J. Saunders here. Mississippi just missed from the free throw line. They made their first. They missed their second. So 66-61, and you can just feel this game being ripped away from UNC. As I say that, they turn over the basketball. So not so fast. With $1:30 to go in the game, they are hanging on to a 5-point lead. So it's still a 2-possession basketball game, but they are in dire need of a field goal. They really need one here, and it just appears that North Carolina's done a very good job defensively, not allowing them to take high-percentage shots. What is really favoring North Carolina right now is that the ball is bouncing their way. It was not a good look just inside the three-point arc, but an offensive rebound went to Mississippi, and I believe they're going to call it a jump ball. So let's see which way the possession arrow is pointing with 1:20 to go, and it goes back to North Carolina. So we're going to keep you updated on this game, and who knows, maybe this will be finally midway through day 2, the basketball game in which we do see a spectacular finish. Carolina to the hoop, a foul +1. So this is now down to a 1-possession game, 66-63, with a free throw opportunity coming, 1:09 remaining in the second half. All right, nonstop basketball over the next 2 hours, including our good friend, the Philly Godfather, who's coming up in 15 minutes. We're going to take a look at this Florida game. Now, just let me say this to you. Here's a little bit of advice. If you're laying 28.5 tonight and you're a Gator fan, why? Why would you do it? I mean, sit back and enjoy what I would define as a stress-free basketball game. It's going to begin to pick up game after game after game. Certainly if it's UConn coming up on Sunday. And those lines will diminish with every round that you do move forward. But 28.5 points is a tremendous amount. If I was forced to bet this game, absolutely. I'd lay it and pick the Florida Gators. But I just don't understand why you would risk a Friday night. If you win the game by 25, you lose your money. You lose your bet. Unless you're just throwing a couple of bucks on it and you're having a good time. That's different. But if you're talking about taking food off the table or taking your electricity bill money and putting it on something that is 28.5 points, never. There's no way I would do that. I'm going to ask the Philly Godfather. Typically, I wouldn't ask about this game, right? But I'm going to ask him tonight because there are a ton of Gator fans out there listening. And right after the Philly Godfather joins us, the Gators will tip off somewhere in the neighborhood of about 20 minutes once we get done having that opportunity to talk with him. I also want to get into some Jaguars football over the next couple of hours. Mason Graham had his pro day today at Michigan, and he's up 10 pounds from the combine in Indianapolis, so he's gone to 306 pounds, where, of course, he was in at 296 in Indianapolis. And one of the big stories during the NFL Combine is that Mason Graham lost so much weight, but he elected not to work out. Some said he had a lower body injury. But for the most part, he's just leaning on his tape. That is his resume. And that is what a lot of people are looking at when it comes to Mason Graham. It's not his 32-inch arms. The former regime around here wouldn't even consider Mason Graham with 32-inch arms. Again, that's still one of the biggest learning points that we are trying to figure out with James Gladstone. Is he going to be more about the measurements? Is he going to be more about the workout warrior? Or is he a guy who trusts the film? What they did on game day on Saturdays throughout the their entire career. I happen to like the latter, okay? I always have. I think you want the perfect combination. That's the best case scenario. Have a top prospect who has the film, but who also measures well, tests well, and does everything along those lines. But it doesn't always work out that way. With Mason Graham, though, he did have his workout today. He still remains what I think is not unanimous, but certainly the majority feel that is where the Jaguars should go at number 5. Carolina makes their free throw, so we're under a minute to go. It is Mississippi 66-64, and Mississippi just drained a three-point shot. Timeout on the floor by UNC. So officially now, with 52.8 seconds remaining in this game, Mississippi up 69-64. Maryland up 51-36 against Grand Canyon. That is with 12 minutes and 47 seconds remaining in the second half there. I have much more on the Jaguars, and I have something that I want to talk about as well with Jaguar fans that involves Travis Hunter. So we do appreciate that everything is going on and that there's the excitement in the anticipation of the NCAA tournament. But if you are a Jaguar fan, you could still reach us on the text line brought to you by Lifetime Enclosures at 641-1010. That is 641-1010, brought to you by Lifetime Enclosures. All right, let's take you through what has happened today before we head to our first break and then bring in our good friend, the Philly Godfather. Let's see. Finals today. Baylor, a 9 seed over Mississippi State. That final was 75-72 in the East region. Okay, St. Mary's a moment ago. That is the latest game that has gone final. They win by 3, 59-56. So we've seen close games. We just haven't seen the spectacular shot or a game-changing, game-winning shot so far in this tournament with 16 games yesterday, and we have 6 finals so far today. That was in the East Regional. St. Mary's the winner over Vanderbilt. Colorado State, a 12 seed over 5th-seeded Memphis. 78-70. So once again, another 12 over a 5. We saw that yesterday with McNeese over Clemson. It was Iowa State, an 82-55 winner over Lipscomb. All right, Iowa State, a 3 seed, Lipscomb, a 14 seed. That was in the South region. Alabama struggled a little bit today. Survive and advance, right? That's what they'll tell you. Once you get into the NCAA tournament, Bama are winning 90-81 over Robert Morris. That was in the East region, and absolutely no problem whatsoever for the top seed and Duke. They win it 93-49 against Mount St. Mary's. All right, Carolina just drove down the floor, took a 3-point shot. It did not fall. They now foul Mississippi. So officially, and I can trust my eyes from Shmunez, I can see clear across here, Top Dog. 34.3 seconds remaining. Mississippi is up by the score of 69-64, and they will go back to the free throw line. And I'll keep you updated on that right now, and then we'll take our first break and then come back and get an opportunity to hear from the Philly Godfather. Find out the very latest on his book as well. His book is coming out, which I'm very excited to read. I've read a couple of bits and pieces from it. He doesn't hold anything back in what I think is going to be very intriguing, the life and times. If you listen to the show regularly, I certainly do appreciate it, but you know that the Philly Godfather has had quite a life, some peaks and valleys, and it's all going to be in the book. Both free throws are made here by Mississippi, so they go up 71-64. Carolina now with a 3-point shot, which does not fall. Rebound, and they'll probably go to the scorer's table to find out which way this ball is going. It looks like there were a couple of hands there from both teams. Actually, it looks like it's going to be out on Mississippi. So Carolina is going to get back the basketball. All right, opening comments tonight and every night brought to you by the good folks over at Shmunez Vision. This Sodi, I can see clear across the bar. This one game is, for a lot of people, you wouldn't be able to see it. I'm blessed that I have 20/20 vision. It's because I visit the good folks at Shmunez Vision all the time, and I'm doing it again coming up in May. If your eyes are bothering you, if you notice that later in the day they're not nearly as strong as they were when you got up, well, it's time to get your eyes checked. You may need a change as far as contacts and glasses, but there's so many other options that are available for you. How about laser eye surgery? How about having 20/20 for the rest of your life? How about never having to wonder where the readers are or taking contacts out late at night? Maybe there's a serious issue that you believe you may have. You may think that you have an issue that involves cataract, all right? Cataract surgery, absolutely. Maybe you do not need it. You still want to go to the best in town so they can tell you exactly what is going on. And another great thing about the folks at Shmunez Vision, those that you will talk to, the doctors, they're also the ones that will perform the surgery, right? Dr. Neil Shmunez, Dr. Catherine Shmunez, Dr. John Hunt. It's why they are so good at what they do. Check them out online. Just go to Shmunez Vision. You can also get all of their testimonials. Just go to Shmunez Vision on Instagram. 71-64, Mississippi up over North Carolina. 9.8 seconds to go. It is going to take a miracle in order for North Carolina to survive here and make it to the weekend. And let's see, Mississippi now going to the free throw line, up 7 with 9.8 seconds remaining. All right, come on over to Top Dog. Right out here in Bartram Park. What a great crowd already on hand. Incredible drink specials and some really good food as well. During their 3rd anniversary, you can get $3 White Claws, and you can also get $10 domestic pitchers of beer. It's at Top Dog in Bartram Park. It has gone final. Mississippi knocks off North Carolina 71-64. When we do return, are you laying the 28.5 with the Gators, or are you taking the 28.5? with the Gators. They play in 25 minutes. Coming up next, it's the Philly Godfather. He joins Rick Ballou.
Catch the draft and accelerate to the checkered flag.
To the checkered flag.
This Sunday at Miami. NASCAR is tuned up by Maxie's Mechanics on 1010XL.
Ballou here for Smunez Vision. Why Smunez Vision? Well, I've been with Dr. Neil Smunez now since I got back to Jacksonville in 2006. 37 years of experience he has. Smunez Vision is a family organization that focuses on personal high-quality medical and surgical eye care. Dr. Catherine Smunez is fellowship trained in cornea and cataract surgery and all refractive surgery. Combined, that's 30 years plus in laser eye surgery. Visit SmunezVision.com today. Here you can see.
Here's Linda Beaver.
It's a new year with new goals, but let's face it, not all resolutions are easy to keep. Maybe you promised yourself you'd eat healthier, but pizza still seems like a better idea. Or you said you'd read more, but your favorite show just launched a new season. At Beaver Toyota and Beaver Chevrolet, we can help you keep your New Year's resolution. We offer the biggest selection, best prices, and the easiest car buying experience. Let's make a resolution to visit Beaver Toyota or Beaver Chevrolet, where we'll wow you with a new ride for the new year.
The trip of the summer is coming live. Collective Soul, the Summer Unity Tour 2025. Daly's Place, Friday, August 8th. Special guest, Graylin James Rue. Tickets on sale now at Ticketmaster.com. Live, Collective Soul, together.
Get a healthy start in 2025. The Florida Department of Health in Duval County is here to encourage you to get healthy and stay healthy this year. They have a dedicated team who are committed to providing quality care. The goal is to protect, promote, and improve the health of you and your family. Visit duval.floridahealth.gov to learn more about their health programs and services. That's duval.floridahealth.gov.
The Jacksonville Icemen have punched their ticket to the Kelly Cup playoffs in April. But first, the Icemen have some regular season business to take care of as they host the South Carolina Stingrays this Saturday for a possible playoff preview. Saturday is Hockey for Everyone night at VyStar Veterans Memorial Arena. Puck drops at 7. Get tickets at Ticketmaster, JacksIceman.com, or call 904-602-PUCK. 904-602-PUCK. Iceman Hockey is #Frozen Frenzy.
Scholar athletes don't just score on the field. They also excel in the classroom.
That's why 1010XL salutes the Southeast Orthopedic Specialist, Scholar Athlete of the Week.
Wednesdays on The Franchi Show. Brought to you by the Plumbers and Pipe Fitters Local Union 234.
Hi, it's Rick Ballou. I hope you'll join me and some former NFL players for an incredible event at the end of March. The Lone Warrior Foundation 2025 Champions of Hope Charity Golf and Tennis Challenge. March 31st at Marsh Landing will support single-parent families in their fight against cancer. An opportunity to win sensational prizes, but more importantly, we will bring meaningful hope and support to the lives of families affected. To sign up, go to LoneWarriorFoundation.com. That's LoneWarriorFoundation.com.
Yo, this is Tony from Tony D's. Are you looking for a great slice of pizza? Well, we have about 12 varieties. Most places won't have slices of pizza after lunch. At Tony D's, you can get a slice all day. It's always fresh at Tony D's Pizza. Bay Meadows and 295.
Keeping kids active is a full-time job for parents. Look no further, though, than I-9 Sports, covering Duval, St. John's, and Clay to get your youngster in the game. Spring and summer registration open right now for flag football, soccer, t-ball, and basketball. Plus, all new girls volleyball at Duval Charter Bay Meadows. I-9 Sports with fields and gyms all over 3 counties. And the best thing is I-9 Sports offers sports year-round so kids can always find a sport to play. i9sports.com. Enter 1010 in the promo code.
This is Hayes Carline for First Florida Credit Union. I bank with First Florida Credit Union because I trust them. I can always count on them when it comes to the vast services they provide. First Florida Credit Union was voted Best Credit Union in the 2024 Best of Bold City Community Choice Awards, and it's easy to see why. I go to the branch off 210 in St. Johns County and the new Durbin location, but they have 10 branches in the Jacksonville area. You need to be banking with First Florida Credit Union. They're enriching people every day. Federally insured by NCUA, Equal Housing Opportunity Lender.
Hey, poker fans, the stakes are high this month as Best Bet dishes out over $550,000 between Jacksonville, Orange Park, and the St. Augustine poker rooms. Feeling lucky? How about $300 every 15 minutes at the table games, or cash in on the $20,000 race to a race? Or every Friday, $1,000 every 30 minutes. And go for the green on St. Patrick's Day, where a Royal Flush in clubs wins up to $5,000. See all the details at bestbetjacks.com. That's bestbetjacks.com.
Jacksonville's summer heat is coming in fast. Is your AC ready to handle it, or will it quit on you on the hottest day of the year, leaving you sweating and stuck with a huge repair bill? Duck Air Conditioning is here to save the day with a free AC system inspection. Our expert techs will make recommendations to ensure your AC system is running in tip-top shape before the heat arrives. Call now, 904-862-6769. Duck Air Conditioning, duckac.com. Any required repairs are not included in the inspection.
What does your dream backyard look like? Hey, it's Joe C. and my friends at CSS Fireplaces and Outdoor Living can design an outdoor kitchen layout custom built to your taste and lifestyle. You dream it, they can build it. CSS Fireplaces and Outdoor Living. Visit cssoutdoor.com.
1010XL is presented by Farah and Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555. Jacksonville. Into the Night with Rick Ballou on 1010XL 92.5 FM.
We have not talked to the Philly Godfather since the eve of the Super Bowl, where, of course, he was a winner. The Philly Godfather is a professional when it comes to placing winners, and we are honored to have him during day 2 of the NCAA tournament. Good friend, it's been a little while. How you been doing?
Yeah, I've been really busy. Finally the book's done. We went to final edit, so that should be getting shipped out soon. I'll send your copy real soon. And, big day, Super Bowl in Philly. Eagles won. It was a blowout. But now we got March Madness going, and I've placed about 38 total wagers, and I'm 19-19 so far, Rick. So I haven't made any money yet, but I'm trying to.
All right, well, that's what you're here for. We know that when it's all said and done, you're always on the right side. Back to the book, though, because that was my next question. Put a timestamp on it. When do you believe it will be available?
We're going to start shipping out 10 to 14 days. So, we're fine. It takes so long. You go to edit, then final edit, then final edit, and then you keep finding things. You keep, trying to tweak the book, make it perfect, and then we finally got to a place where we all agreed on, and now we're going to start, sending it out.
Well, I'm fired up to read this. How can our listeners, because every once in a while, certainly you were on me weekly, I got quite a few, but you've been off for a bit now. So for those listening, again, how can they get a hold of your brand new book, Philly Godfather?
Yeah, you can go to the website, phillybooked.com, and you can order it there, and then it will be on Amazon and Barnes & Nobles in a couple months. So first we're selling off the website, and then we're going to the big boys.
Ton of Florida Gator fans are listening to us. They'll tip off here in about 20 minutes. This is an enormous number, 28.5 points against Norfolk State. Is this one of those games where you just leave it alone in the first round, or do you have an opinion here either way?
Well, I mean, historically, the team that wins the game covers the spread 88% of the time. So if you think Florida's going to win, which I think they're going to win, I think they're going to cover. I laid 28. You can lay 28.5. I'm really bullish on Florida. I took them a few months back at 19-1 to win it all. I also have St. John's at 60-1 and Michigan State at 45-1. And now Florida has the second best odds at plus 380, right behind Duke. If you're looking to bet the dog, I don't know how Norfolk State hangs around here. I mean, early in the year they lost to Tennessee by 15, and we saw Florida just beat the Volunteers by 9 points. You got to really, if you're looking to take the dog, you got to pray that Florida has a bad night from the foul line, or else, I think they're going to blow this team out. Norfolk State, not a really good, 3-point shooting team. They're ranked 249th in the nation in rebounds per game. Unless they play at a snail's pace, limit possessions, and try to cover the Vegas number, I think they get blown out here. I like Florida minus 28, 28.5, 29 for the cover.
All right, there you go. From the Philly Godfather. You got them at 19-1 to win the national title. How long did you go to place that bet?
It had to be about 90 days ago, I think it was. I think right after they had lost to a really good team. I figure their odds went up a little bit.
Yeah. gonna say. I mean, that's quite a reward there for a team that most believe we're on a collision course here between Florida and Duke. So those are some great odds here at 19-1. Okay, Connecticut and Oklahoma. Florida's going to get the winner of this game on Sunday. What do you make about Connecticut and the Sooners?
Yeah, the line went up. It's up to 6. I've seen it as high as 6.5. If it gets to 7 by game time, I'll be on Oklahoma plus 7. I mean, UConn's had the amazing last 2 years. They've been a covering machine, but I think this number's a little inflated. I think UConn wins the game. They're the better offensive and defensive team. Both teams shoot great from the foul line, almost 80% on the season. Oklahoma is the better three-point shooting team. They run at a much faster pace. So I think they can stay within that Vegas number if it gets to 7. I think UConn wins, but Oklahoma covers the number.
There you go. Oklahoma with the number. And, again, that could get inflated up until 7 overall points. We'll see what does take place there. Philly Godfather, for our listeners, please tell them how they can get a hold of you.
Yeah, follow me on X at Philly Godfather. You can stop by the website, thephillygodfather.com.
All right, let's wrap it up with 2 games on Saturday. Let's begin with one that I'm very excited about. I mean, that Arkansas-Kansas game last night I thought was the best game of day 1. You mentioned Rick Pitino and St. John's. You have them, correct me if I'm wrong, it's 60-1 to win a national title. What do you make of St. John's and this coaching matchup between Calipari and Pitino, just like the old days?
Yeah, and now it's down to St. John's is down to 20-1 right now. So we got a great price on that. I think Pitino's the best coach in college hoops. I mean, you can argue a couple other guys, but to me, he's the best. He's won championships in 2 continents. He went overseas and won a championship with the Greek team. He's won them over here. They outperformed the market the other night as 18-point favorites. They won by 30 against Omaha. They should be able to win a tough game versus Arkansas as 7-point favorites tomorrow. But I kind of like Arkansas to stay within the number because St. John's isn't a great three-point shooting team. They're not a great foul shooting team. And you got to make your foul shots during the big dance to cover these type of numbers. And if they don't, I think Arkansas can hang around and cover the number. But I think St. John wins the game. So I like Arkansas small plus 7.
All right, Arkansas getting a couple of points there, plus 7, I should say, Arkansas against St. John's. Of course, that game is tomorrow. Last one we'll ask you about, Houston and Gonzaga. They'll play tomorrow as well.
Yeah, both teams are coming off big blowout wins in the first round. I'm really bullish on Sampson's team here. I bet the Cougars to make the Elite 8 minus 145 before the tournament started. They're probably the second or third best team in the nation. They're 13-3 versus top 50 teams this season. I think they beat the Zags as 5-point favorites. I also think they cover the number. The Zags this year are just 3-6 this year versus my power rank top 50, while the Cougars went 13-3, like I just said. Houston has also played a much tougher competition on the season. I think they're just a better team overall. Statistically, Zags look great, but this Houston's defense is just suffocating. And once they put their claws in, man, it's tough to cover that number. I like Houston minus the 5.
All right, there you have it, the Philly Godfather. Once again, sir, please give us your information so our listeners out there can get a hold of you.
Yeah, you can follow me on X at Philly Godfather, or you can stop by thephillygodfather.com.
And we want to sell a few of those books. How can they get the Philly Godfather's book as well?
Yeah, my life story, it's been a roller coaster ride. You can go to phillybooked.com. That's phillybooked.com. Pick up a copy. Love you guys. Thank you so much, Rick. You're the best, brother.
Take care. Have a great weekend. Best of luck with all your plays. There he goes.
Good luck, guys.
The Philly Godfather, ladies and gentlemen. How am I getting Florida to pay out 19-1? I mean, right now they're like plus 350. I don't even know what they are. I haven't seen it. Well, yeah. I mean, you make it $350 now. He's going to make $1,900 if you lay down $100. 19-1. Insane. He did that 90 days ago. He's got St. John's 60-1. He just told us that's now down by 2/3. That's down to 20-1 for St. John's. And Michigan State, who I do have, for what it's worth, I have Florida playing Michigan State in the Final Four. I have Florida advancing against the Spartans. I also have Duke taking on Houston. I didn't necessarily roll too far out on the tree here. I took 3 number 1 seeds, and I took a number 2 seed in Sparty. But how about those plays there? And, yeah, I love his way of thinking. Yeah, it's going to cost you. Say you put $100 on Florida, St. John's, in Michigan State. So you're down $300. But if Florida wins, you bring back $1,900. So you make, what, $1,600. And I'm just guessing here. This is just a hunch that the Philly Godfather laid a little bit more than $100 on it. Okay? St. John's 60-1. $100 gives you $6K. And 45 for Michigan State. $100 gives you, $4.5K. So that's the way professionals do it. And I'm anything but. I haven't bet in a decade, but I love it. I love bringing on these guys, including the Philly Godfather. I'm really fired up to read his book. I'll just, once that comes out, and we'll have him on again next week and, before the Final Four. But I hope a lot of folks here in town who have enjoyed him are looking forward to reading what it's all about. It's been a crazy life for him. A lot of good ups and a couple of major downs. For what it's worth, he is taking Florida. He's laying 28 points against Norfolk State. There's no way you could convince me to do that. Obviously, Florida's going to win. I just can't lay that amount of points. But maybe you are out there. We'll see. He likes Oklahoma tonight against Connecticut. And getting 7 points are the Sooners. Arkansas getting 7 points against St. John's. Like St. John's to win, but he thinks Arkansas is going to be able to keep that close. That is not tonight. That game is going to be played, as we know, on Saturday. And also one other Saturday game that we did talk about, that is Houston against Gonzaga. He's going to lay the 5 points and play the Houston Cougars as a top seed to win this basketball game by 5 points. All right, let's update you on what is going on right now. We are live from Top Dog. What a great crowd on hand. I mean, just outstanding. They're celebrating their 3rd birthday, so there's an opportunity for you to come on by. We're in Bartram Park, and it's a huge plaza. It's right next to a Publix, so there's tons of parking. We have $3 White Claws all night long. We have $10 domestic beer pitchers all night long. Every Wednesday here, by the way, is family night. So a lot of opportunities here for kids. I guess they have kids' crafts from 5:30 to 7:30. It's a great gathering place no matter what the occasion, and everything you could look for right now is taking place. Family, all right? Bunch of dudes hanging out, watching hoops. A lot of single ladies are here looking for their next husband. I mean, everything that you could want is here right now at Top Dog Tavern. I mean, you and I are working. We can't hunt or do anything crazy like that. We got to be professionals and do our job.
We got to be professionals. We also have GFs.
Yeah. Yes, we do. But every once in a while, I like to play it up like I don't. Especially when she's here and she can't hear me, which is always a good thing.
You, Doug.
Yeah. All right. Baylor, St. Mary's, Mississippi, Colorado State, Iowa State, Alabama, and Duke. All winners today. Let's see. We are down to 5 minutes remaining in the Maryland Grand Canyon matchup. Right now, the Terps up 71-45. Maryland is a 4 seed. Grand Canyon is a 13 seed. So that is winding down. Next up, the Florida Gators at 6:50. That game will be on the other side. They will be on 10-10 tonight. I will remain with you here on 92.5 till 8 o'clock. Then Hacker Nation is going to hop on and do his show from 8 until 10. But if you are a basketball fan, I will absolutely promote the fact that they are on 10-10 XL because I'm a team player. And I'm especially a team player when it comes to the Gators, right? Florida State had their pro day today. Apparently the Jaguars, not only were they in attendance for the workout at Michigan, but they were in attendance for the workout at Florida State, which shocked me because Florida State doesn't need a kicker. Or, excuse me, the Jaguars don't need a kicker. The Jaguars don't need a punter. But for some reason, they were in God's country today. I was told that there were some scouts there. There were also those watching him work out who represent such fine companies as FedEx, UPS, several insurance companies, some trade work, whatever it may be, because the bottom line, those kids aren't going to the next level. Joshua Farmer is, certainly as Thomas is, the very talented defensive back, and the kicker and the punter. You're going to have 4 guys drafted, which I guess if you look at it this way, that's double the amount of wins they actually did have this past season. When they're talking about all these big offensive linemen putting up weight and doing all, it's like, nuh-uh. And go take your interview instead with FedEx, because that's next. You're not heading to the National Football League. Where you can head is here. Top Dawg Tavern. We're here tonight till 10 o'clock. It's great to have you with us. Casey Dobson back in the studio. Is this your final day here with us?
So I do have some weekend shows to produce, but this is the last week. So, yes, sir.
I got a lump in the throat.
Oh, man, I appreciate that.
What do you want to share what you're on to next, or is that a personal deal?
So it's basically just in the delivery business. I was going to try to be funny there and say something a little bit R-rated, but no, it's going to be in the delivery business, and I'll be going over the road. So I'll be actually headed up to Clemson on Monday. I'll be delivering some baseball netting for Clemson University. So I'll make sure to cut a few holes in the nets on, delivery, but I'll make sure to kiss the ground that Trevor walked on.
I did a baseball series out there in 95, I think it was. Clemson was loaded. They had Billy Koch and Chris Benson and Ken Vining. It was a great staff. And that was the J.D. Drew, Doug Minkiewicz team. And Clemson just blew them out. But I had a birthday out there. And, Clemson and Anderson, they shut down all the bars at like 11 o'clock at night. That was the case back in 1995. I hope they've changed that around recently. I do not know. But, yeah, Casey, we're going to miss you, man. Good job here. And I know you got tonight and as well with Hacker and as well this weekend. But we certainly do wish you the very best with your next move.
Thank you, sir. I appreciate it. I brought my wife to work. Today was Bring Your Wife to Work Day. I guess you're supposed to do that when it's her birthday tomorrow. So she's sitting right behind me, too. So she's celebrating with me.
Awesome. Well, have a lot of fun with her as well. There he goes. Casey Dobson does a great job here, but he's moving on to bigger and better things. Let's get ready for a break, and then we'll come back. And I want to get to this Jaguars topic just a little bit. Also update you on everything that's happening with basketball. Come on over to Top Dawg Tavern. We are located in Bartram Park.
Now, another March update, served up hot by Hurricane Grill and Wings and Florida Pest Control.
It's just around the bottom of the 6 o'clock hour here on day 2 of March Madness, and we've seen some great games over the last 2 days. Some headline upsets so far in the tournament have been the 12-seed McNeese Cowboys. Some headline upsets so far in the tournament have been the 12th-seeded McNeese Cowboys surviving the 5th-seeded Clemson Tigers late run, sending them home early 69-67 yesterday. Also yesterday, 11th-seeded Drake knocked out number 6 Missouri 67-57. Then earlier today, we saw number 12 Colorado State shoot the lights out and beat the 5th-seeded Memphis Tigers. And in just about 20 minutes or so, the highly anticipated number 1 seed Florida Gators versus the 16th seeded Norfolk State Spartans will tip off in Raleigh, North Carolina. The Gators, led by Coach Todd Golden and first-team All-American Walter Clayton Jr., look to start their deep tournament run tonight.
Hey, everyone. everybody. Jennifer Marion with Randy Marion Cadillac in Jacksonville here to say hello, and we'd sure like to have your business.
You know what? They're going to love the king of price.
My dad believes in making great deals and having a great selection in stock.
Cadillac XT4s, XT5s, and XT6s, and Escalades.
The all-electric Cadillac Lyriq.
CT4s and CT5s.
Cadillac luxury and selection is just waiting for you.
At Randy Marion Cadillac, Southside Boulevard, Jacksonville.
And don't forget, tell them Jennifer sent ya.
Oh, by the way, Ivan's no longer on the project. His wife got a new job, so they're moving across the country.
Robin's top researcher is deviating to a new market. This isn't standard.
And now we're short-staffed. Who's going to finish all these projects?
She needs a cluster of new data analysts, and there's no margin for error.
I need Indeed.
Indeed you do. Put our matching platform to work so you can spend less time searching and more time connecting with talented candidates. Visit Indeed.com/credit and get $75 towards your first sponsored job. Terms and conditions apply.
Come visit the best sports restaurant in town. That's Big Dog's in Orange Park, known for great burgers, huge wings, pizza, salads, and special nightly events like trivia and karaoke. You'll all love it at Big Dog's Restaurant in Orange Park.
Looking for adventure? Need a machine that works as hard as you do? CF Moto has you covered. At Ride Now Beach Boulevard, we've got CF Moto ATVs and UTVs built for any task, any trail, anytime. Tear up the dirt with the trail-tested C-Force ATV lineup or conquer through terrain with a Z-Force UTV. Find your CF Moto ride today at Ride Now Beach Boulevard or visit ridenowbeachboulevard.com. ATVs and UTVs are for riders 16 and older. They can be hazardous to operate. CF Moto recommends an improved safety training course.
Hey gang, Prosser here. We've talked about some of the struggles that you may come across when it comes time to sell your home. We've told you how great Chad and Sandy are at chadandsandy.com. But you know, they're also great when things are going good and the economy is showing positive signs. Now may be the time to sell your home at the price you want. It's easy to find out. Get friendly expert help from the Jacksonville agents who eat and sleep local real estate. Call my agents, Chad and Sandy Newman. So maybe you want guaranteed no-hassle home sale but don't want to give up hard-earned equity to do it. Chad and Sandy can do that. Maybe you're worried you won't sell your home for the price you need. Well, let's take care of that right now because here's the Chad and Sandy guarantee. Your home sold at an agreed-upon price and deadline or they will buy it. Jonathan in Mount Pleasant said the only thing standing between me and my dream of traveling in my RV was the sale of my Mount Pleasant home. I heard Chad and Sandy on the radio and called. Crazy results in just 3 days. Multiple offers, full asking price. You can get it too. Call today or go to chadandsandy.com.
This Date in Sports History is brought to you by Southeast Orthopedic Specialists.
On March 21st, 1959, at the NCAA Men's Basketball Championship, California defeats West Virginia. West Virginia's future Hall of Fame point guard Jerry West is named the tournament's most outstanding player.
Greenlaw Group is for the insured. If you think you have roof damage, call 904-302-7055 today, and they will schedule you a free roof inspection. Trust their law firm to help you fight your insurance when you need it. These storms can cause damage you may not even see yet. Call Greenlaw Group, 302-7055. There's no cost to retain their law firm and no cost to have your roof inspected. They only get paid if you win. Greenlaw Group, for the insured.
The First Tee Tour Card is back for 2025 and better than ever, with access to over 15 of North Florida's best courses and new this year, local participating businesses. This card is your ticket to saving hundreds. First Tee North Florida is a local nonprofit who build character in youth participants through the game of golf. This annual fundraiser enables this amazing organization the ability to build game changers. Grab your tour card for just $99 at tourcard.org. For a list of participating partners, benefits, and restrictions.
Spring is in the air. Time to wake up your lawn with Heroes Lawn Care. Say goodbye to pesky mosquitoes with their organic and spray treatments. Perfect for outdoor fun. Keep your lawn clean and fresh with their pet waste removal for homes and businesses. Heroes Lawn Care takes care of it all. From mowing, edging, fertilizer, to irrigation, and much more. Visit heroeslawncare.com.
Lauren Brooks here for Terminix. When pests invade your home or business, you don't just need them out. You need them out fast. And you need to keep them out. At Terminix, they'll show up for you and eliminate pests quicker, just like they did at my house. Because they care about what matters most to you. When pests show up, so does Terminix. Don't live with a pest problem, Terminix it. Visit Terminix.com today to schedule a free inspection online. That's TERMINIX.com. That's right, Terminix it.
E.T. here, and spring in Clay County means one thing, the award-winning Clay County Fair. It's more than just rides and a concert, it's an experience. Savor the flavors of classic fair treats, explore family-friendly attractions, and enjoy a perfect mix of small-town charm and big-time fun. Plan your trip with Explore Clay County Tourism and turn your visit into a getaway. Find the best places to stay, eat, and explore at exploreclay.com. And don't forget to share your fair adventures with #ExploreClay.
Hi, I'm Mac with Baker Glass. If you've got fogged up windows, let me help. We'll replace them with clear, insulated units that brighten up your home. People say we're fast, friendly, and reliable. Just check out our Google reviews. Call me today. Baker Glass. No one treats you better.
1010XL is presented by Farah & Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555. Jacksonville.
We block out the noise. Only sound is my voice.
Into the Night with Rick Ballou on 1010XL 92.5 FM.
Dawg Tavern, Bartram Plaza. This place is absolutely on fire. It's kind of the calm before the storm, waiting for the Gators to tip off. These games, once you get to the second, third, or fourth round, depending on, or I guess it's what, two per site. You never start on time, is what I'm trying to say. With the 16 games, I guess there's four per site, four sites. But anyway, so we're waiting here, and there's a ton of Gator fans here. If you're in the neighborhood, it'd be good to have you come on by. They're celebrating their third anniversary. And they're doing it with $3 White Claws, which, I've had before. I'm a beer drinker, and I like Irish whiskey. I've been kind of turning myself lately on to Scotch, which I love beer, but, every beer you drink, it's between 100 and 150 calories. I enjoy drinking beer, okay? I enjoy the spirit of the beer. I like it draft. I like it frothy, okay? I like the way it goes through my gums. I like the taste on the tongue. I love the feeling with the belly. But I think moving forward, finding a liquor with less calories is probably the way to go, right? A lot of older people do that. You just can't deal with the... what word am I looking for? Beer after beer after beer. It's just too much to put in.
Are you still 3 fingers deep in Tullamore Dew every now and again?
Yeah, I've kind of gotten off the Irish whiskey.
Okay.
A little bit. I've been doing some Scotch as of late. But anyway, this place has it all. Full bar and absolutely sensational. $10 domestic beer pitchers are ongoing here at the Dawg Tavern as well. Gator game underway. 3-2 Florida over Norfolk State. All right, we also have a final that just came in. Maryland, a winner today. The Terrapins a moment ago did knock off Grand Canyon by the final of 81-49. So let me give you an update here before the top of the hour, and then I want to get to some Jaguars talk while keeping you consistently updated on the Gators basketball game. Maryland 81-49 over Grand Canyon. That's a final. Maryland, the 4 seed, they advance. Duke 93-49 over Mount St. Mary's. Duke, of course, a top seed. 3 of the top seeds have played so far. The 4th top seed, Florida, just barely underway 1 moment ago. Alabama, a 90-81 victory over Robert Morris. Bama, a 2 seed, struggled a little bit today with Robert Morris. That's the reason why I wouldn't lay the enormous 28.5 points. Just my way of thinking. Iowa State over Lipscomb, 82-55. Iowa State a 3 seed, Lipscomb a 14 seed. Colorado becomes yet another 12-5. We saw that yesterday with McNeese over Clemson. Colorado knocked off Memphis. Colorado State, knocked off Memphis by the final of 78-70. Mississippi against North Carolina. I tell you what, Mississippi was blowing out UNC. Then Carolina went on a big-time comeback They just couldn't get the ball to bounce their way late, as Mississippi couldn't buy a bucket outside of getting to the free throw line. They did make one huge three-point shot, but they had a big-time drought. Carolina nearly came back and won that game. If you just see a 71-64 and you didn't watch it, it was much closer than those 7 points. At least it was down the stretch. Vanderbilt gets knocked out of the tournament. A 7-seed St. Mary's, 59-56 against Vandy, a higher-seeded team. St. Mary's does knock off Vanderbilt. And the first game of the day was a pretty good one as well. Mississippi State did fall to Baylor, 75-72, a 9-seed over an 8-seed. So it's been a rough day for the SEC. Mississippi State lost. Vanderbilt lost. Mississippi did win. Alabama did win. So I guess they're 2-2 so far on this Friday. Florida up 5-2 early, just barely underway here against Norfolk State. Coming up, Troy against Kentucky. That'll be at 7:10. Troy, a 14 seed against a 3 seed in Kentucky. New Mexico and Marquette. That'll be tonight at 7:25. New Mexico, a 10 seed. Marquette, a 7 seed. Akron at Arizona. Arizona, a 4 seed. They're a 14.5-point favorite here against Akron, who's a 13 seed. Game I'm really excited about will take place after the Florida-Norfolk State game. That is Connecticut and Oklahoma. UConn favored by 5.5 points. That's expected to start around 9:25. But again, these games never do start on time. Xavier and Illinois at 9:45 tonight. Xavier, an 11 seed against Illinois, a 6 seed. And finally, the last 2 games. Bryant at number 15 in the South region against a 2 seed Michigan State. Liberty and Oregon, another 12-5 matchup. Oregon favored by 7.5 points. That is the final game that'll tip off on this Friday. That'll be tonight at 10:10. All right, let's get ready for our second hour. And we invite you out to Top Dawg Tavern. I'm going to be here until 8. Hacker Nation is going to begin his show then at 8 o'clock, and he will be with you tonight up until 10. Top Dawg Tavern, Bartram Park. Come on by, say hello. Anything that you could possibly want as far as the NCAA tournament ongoing right now throughout the remainder of the night. Hour number 2 of Into the Night comes up on the other side.
Great defensive play by Donovan Darius. What a game he's put in.
I'm Donovan Darius.
Donovan Darius, again, we call his name a lot.
1010XL.
Neck pain, back pain, or headache, Shinatri Chiropractic has 4 locations: Westside, 103rd, Riverside, Arlington, and the Beaches. Acupuncture, dry needling, physical therapy. Relief starts today. Shinatri Chiropractic, 743-6700.
Frank Frangie here. Experience professional grade at Nimnik Buick GMC. Home of the largest inventory of GMC Sierras in Northeast Florida and Southeast Georgia. This month, save up to $10,000 off select new GMC Sierra 1500s or enjoy rates as low as 0% APR financing. Yes, 0%. You can't find deals like this anywhere else in Jacksonville. Shop 24/7 online at Nimnik Buick GMC or visit a showroom off Phillips Highway. GMC, we are professional grade.
Mike Dempsey here. Look, you know, it's been 10 years that I've been vouching for my guys at Dandy Boots, and for a decade, I'm proud of my association with a local family business. They make a great product. I've made no secret that I was a customer long before Dandy ever came on board on 1010XL. But I'm thinking I'm due a little Dandy swag, maybe a little love. How about a Dandy t-shirt, a ball cap? So how about it, Thompson family? What do you got going on over there? In the meantime, I'm going to keep eating those delicious tuna salad sandwiches. So guys, keep helping me out and grab a Dandy sandwich today.
The flagship station of the Jacksonville Jaguars. WJXL AM Jacksonville Beach. WJXL FM Jacksonville Beach.
There's a lot on the line in a divorce. Your home, savings, maybe even your kids. So when you find yourself facing divorce and the unexpected directions it can take, you need a partner you can count on. I'm Rick Julius, a partner at Cordell & Cordell. Don't let divorce take more than it has to.
Offices in Jacksonville. Schedule an appointment with one of Cordell & Cordell's attorneys. Lisa Cargis, Florida resident partner. Rick Julius, licensed in Pennsylvania only. Online at CordellCordell.com.
Tired of weekend projects turning into weekend disasters? You're not alone.
Building a fence isn't as easy as it looks. Let's face it, your neighbor Steve still hasn't fixed his lopsided masterpiece. But Superior Fence and Rail makes it easy. Highly trained professionals, top quality materials, and a fence you'll love for years to come. Skip the stress and call the pros today.
SuperiorFenceandRail.com. Pickett here with my concierge doctor, Richard Townsend. Doc T, how does a concierge direct primary care operate?
We are a membership-based primary care made directly between a patient and physician. We'll have a limited amount of patients that allows us to give unlimited access and personal service to you. This individualized approach has been shown to lower hospitalizations as well as maintain healthier lives. We also give 24/7 access via phone to me outside of our scheduled office hours.
To learn more, go to mypvconcierge.com.
The 2025 NFL season is right around the corner, and the Jags are building something special. A fresh team, a new culture, and a stadium that's going to change the game. Be there to witness head coach Liam Cohen and the rest of the coaching crew in action and secure your place in line for the stadium of the future with your 2025 season ticket membership. Visit Jaguars.com/tickets or call 904-633-2000. We can't wait to see you at the bank this fall.
Are you looking for a place to outfit your truck or van? It's Catlin Truck Accessories. For 105 years and 4 generations, Catlin is the name you can count on. This is Keith Catlin, and we know trucks and vans too. From Lear toppers, ladder racks, van shelving, strobe lighting, rolling lot bed covers, and everything in between. If you want quality products and great customer service, there's only one name. It's Catlin.
Who can you count on? Count on Catlin.
For 105 years, you can count on Catlin.
Buying a diamond, wedding band, or piece of fashion jewelry in Jacksonville? You have 2 choices. You can go to locally owned Beard's Diamonds, or you can go to one of those mega national chain jewelry stores. The national chains are pretty much all the same. In fact, did you know that some of them are owned by the same conglomerate? Yes, the same Wall Street company owns all the big names. So if you're looking for extreme value with genuine personal attention, come experience the Beard's Diamond difference. At Beard's, our diamonds come straight from the source. We hand select each one for maximum brilliance. We don't have to apply corporate markups and tack on salespeople commissions, so we beat the chains on price every single day. Beard's has the strongest warranties, not gotcha clauses in fine print. Beard's has all the top designers, including Tocory and Viraggio. Beard's doesn't have out-of-state regional managers calling about sales quotas. We are all local, family-owned with total freedom to do what's right for our customers. Beard's Diamonds, all the selection, quality, value, and service you want from local people, accountable only to you. Beard's in the St. John's Town Center.
Tired of drafty, noisy vinyl windows? It's time to say goodbye to vinyl. And hello to lasting comfort with Renewal by Andersen windows and doors. Our exclusive Fibrex windows are 2 times stronger than vinyl, more energy efficient, and custom built to fit your home perfectly. No more warping, no more cracking, just beautiful, durable windows that stand the test of time. Right now, get special financing or save big with limited time discounts. Call Renewal by Andersen today and say bye-bye vinyl. Visit bestwindowsflorida.com. Don't wait. Upgrade today. License number CGC 1527613.
Collisions happen on every play in football. Collisions also happen every day on the road. If you need auto body repair, from a $30 job to a $30,000 job, trust San Jose Collision in Mandarin.
1010XL is presented by Farah and Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555. Jacksonville. Into the Night with Rick Ballou on 1010XL 92.5 FM.
This is kind of a fire up the ladies type of song, right? You tell them to head over here to Top Dog. I'm looking through, and all I see is a bunch of millionaires, great-looking dudes with no rings on their finger. So if you are a young lady, I don't know why you would not be here at Top Dog. Okay, that's where we're at. R.J. Saunders is here, for crying out loud. And it's up. How's your bracket right now?
Torn apart.
All right.
Torn apart.
You tore it apart midway through day 2?
Yeah, man. Once I lose, like the first couple, it's like, what's the use? Just watch for the fun of it. That's why I like watching the tournament. I know a lot of people fill out brackets and, they do it for the fun of that as well. But, I like watching a lot of these guys going out, maybe for some it's their last year before they go to the draft, maybe just their last year period before they graduate and get out into the workforce. It's just great to see all the great stories that we're able to see day after day throughout the tournament, and the great plays and the ups and the downs. I mean, I don't know if there's anything better than March Madness, where it's one game for your life every single day.
It's against the law to work for a sports radio station and not fill out a bracket.
I do understand.
I mean,
that.
you can go to the big house for that.
Call JSO now.
Yeah. How's your show, by the way? You don't talk much college hoops. You're an NBA guy. How's that
right.
going?
Yeah, we're going to be talking a lot of college come Sunday. I'm hoping to get Paul Biancardi, who was a friend of our program a lot when you and I were a duo, trying to see if he'll come on the program and talk a little college hoops. He's covering the NIT right now, but he always keeps his feet in the water when it comes to college basketball in the NCAA tournament. Then also trying to get the voice of the Houston Cougars, Jeremy Branham, to come on the program and talk about one of the 4 number 1 seeds currently right now in the tournament. And then, in the show, we'll talk a few NBA things, but in the spirit of the NCAA tournament, really want to give everybody their college basketball fix. So that's what we're looking to do on Sunday.
Casey Dobson, how's your bracket?
So I'm probably, that's it. The answer at the door is JSO. They're here to take me in.
You didn't fill out a bracket.
I did not. No, sir. I didn't get the email, the invite. There is one that we normally do at the station, right?
I don't even play in the station one because I think that's massive gambling at our radio station. I just print one myself and do it. I was 13-3 yesterday. I'm 5-3 today. But are you trying to tell me that you didn't fill out a bracket either?
I did not. Now, in my mind, I have won every single game. So,
well, that's all that matters.
I definitely had Clemson going down yesterday for sure. So it kind of snuck up. Was I incorrect in feeling like it rapidly approached a lot quicker? Like I normally feel like we have a week to fill out our bracket, and it felt like there was only 2 days.
Well, what I think happened is that with conference championship week being during the players' week, and then the players being extended till Monday with that 3-hole playoff, then all of a sudden you had a play-in game, 2 of them on Tuesday night, 2 of them on Wednesday night. So, yeah, I think it probably did, and that's one of the reasons why I always wanted the Players' Championship in May to not run head-to-head with free agency in the NFL and with the college basketball tournament. But outside of Sunday, you can't complain about the weather that we had last week. It was absolutely spectacular. But, I think that does make a little bit of sense.
Now, how are you feeling about your bracket, so far over? When you first filled it out, was it kind of, I feel pretty confident about this one, or is it always we'll just wait and see, I'm just making educated guesses here? When you fill out your bracket, kind of what are you looking for and what are you going for?
Well, I'm looking for a team to, pull off a major upset. But I really didn't do that with 3 number 1 seeds and a number 2 seed. I do have Michigan State knocking off Auburn. I have Florida and Duke playing for the national championship. I had a really good Thursday, going 13-3. My only 3 losses were Arkansas, who knocked off Kansas. I also yesterday I had Clemson over McNeese State, or McNeese, excuse me, which most of the world had. Right? I mean, how many people legitimately had McNeese over Clemson? And I had one other upset that did take place. Oh, yeah. I had, who the heck was it? I'll have to look back on it. But I had one other game that did fall by its wayside. So it was a 13-3 Thursday. Was it Missouri? It was Drake. It was Drake who knocked off Missouri. And again, in a very similar set of certain. Now, Drake won more than 30 games this year, but unless you're there and you cover that team and you really know an awful lot about smaller conference basketball, people are just going to look at it and automatically select Missouri. And obviously playing in the SEC this year with all those ranked teams, and the SEC setting a record by putting 14 teams into the NCAA tournament. I got burnt there by playing some chalk. For those of you who do not know, the SEC did send 14 in this year. That is a record. The old record was the Big East in 2011. The Big East put in 11 schools that year into the NCAA conference, into the NCAA college basketball tournament. The Big 10 put in 8 this year. The Big 12 put in 7. The Big East 5. The ACC 4. And they're down to 1. If my math is correct, with North Carolina losing, the only team still in the Atlantic Coast Conference tournament is top-seeded Duke, which is amazing. I mean, we're midway through day 2. Wow, what a bad year for the ACC. The Mountain West had 4 in the West Coast with 2. Today was a totally different story, though. Again, I'm 5-3 today. I had Mississippi State, Baylor beat them. I had Vanderbilt, St. Mary's beat them. I had Memphis, Colorado State beat them. So those are 3 losses. If you're joining us for the first time, let's take you through that. Maryland knocked off Grand Canyon 81-49 in the West region. Duke, a 93-49 winner over Mount St. Mary's. That is up east. Bama, 90-81 against Robert Morris in a 2-15 seeded matchup up east. Lipscomb and Iowa State, 82-55 Iowa State over Lipscomb. Colorado State knocked off Memphis, another 12 over a number 5 seed. The final there was 78-70. Mississippi, 71-64 against North Carolina. Mississippi, a 6 seed. Remember, North Carolina had to play that entry game on Wednesday night. They came back and really fought hard, but they just could not get it done against Mississippi. St. Mary's, a winner, 59-56 over Vanderbilt. And Baylor knocked off Mississippi State 75-72. All right, here during the 7 o'clock hour, the Gators are just destroying Norfolk State. 26-7 with 11:40 to go in the first half in this basketball game. Again, it is all the University of Florida. 26-7. I made the comment not too long ago that I would never lay 28.5 points. The Gators are ready to cover the 28.5 points before the 10-minute mark in the first half. Let's take a quick look at this for Gator fans. 9 of 17 shooting. That's 52.9%. They've made 3 of their 9 shots from behind the arc, but they're out-rebounding Norfolk State 11-5. Let me see here as well. For Florida, 6 assists, 3 steals, 2 turnovers. So far for Norfolk State, they have turned the basketball over already 5 times, and they have 5 fouls. So totally outmanned, as you would expect, a number 1 against a number 16 seed. The Gators right now with ease. Clayton's got 13, 4 for Condon. Actually, Condon has got 2, and they've got already 7 points on the coming off the bench in not even 9 minutes of play early on in the first half. So the Florida Gators doing exactly what they are expected to do. All right. I'm going to save it for the other side. I want to get into Travis Hunter here for a couple of minutes while keeping you updated on the Florida Gators basketball game. I do understand that so many people are watching Florida tonight in this NCAA tournament, so I will bring this up with Hunter, but I'll probably get into it again at some point, maybe even as early as next week. I'll also say that we're moments away from tip time between Kentucky and Troy. Kentucky's a 3 seed, Troy a 14 seed. Marquette in New Mexico. That'll tip off at 7:25 tonight. Akron and Arizona at 7:35. And then the late wave of ball games does include Oklahoma and UConn. That'll come on immediately after the Gator game. That's at 9:25 tonight. Xavier and Illinois at 9:45. At 10 o'clock is Bryant against the 2 seed in Michigan State. And the final game on this Friday will be Liberty and Oregon at 10:10. Let's get to the Jaguars conversation when we come back from our next break. We'd love for you to come on by and say hello. We are located at in Bartram Park at Top Dawg Tavern. $3 White Claws all night long. They're celebrating their 3rd anniversary here. Also, $10 pitchers of beer. That is domestic pitchers of beer. So come on down, Top Dawg Tavern. No matter what it is that you want, whether it's wings or burgers or salads or anything along those lines, a full menu for you to choose from. 29-9, Florida up. 10.5 minutes to go. In the first half, you are listening to Into the Night. My name is Rick Ballou.
Ready? I'm fight for it! This is 1010XL. Fire! Jacksonville Sports Radio.
Hey, Hicken here. I couldn't be any happier than to join the George Moore Chevrolet family. When I say family, I mean it. Visit their beautiful showroom today off Atlantic Boulevard. Find out exactly what I'm talking about. No pressure, just friendly help. And whether you want a car, a truck, SUV, electric, pre-owned, you name it, George Moore Chevrolet has it. And if you can't make it over to Atlantic Boulevard, no problem. MooreChevy.com is easy to navigate as any site you will try. It's never been more easy to use. George Moore Chevrolet. Together, let's drive.
This is head coach Matthew Driscoll from the UNF men's basketball team. When our players suffer an orthopedic injury, Southeast Orthopedic Specialists gets our players back on the court pain-free.
We appreciate the endorsements from our high school and college coaches. This is Dr. Kevin Murphy. The next time you need orthopedic care, you can rely on our team at Southeast Orthopedic Specialists.
Relieve pain and get back to life. Southeast Orthopedic Specialists.
What could you do with an extra $75,000 right now, or even a couple $100,000? If you own a home, you can get that money in less than a week with Loan Pronto. Hey, Prosser here. Loan Pronto is the leader in quickly converting your home equity into cold, hard cash, so you can pay off all your credit cards or start that home remodel. Loan Pronto has several easy options to let you access the cash from your home. There's virtually no paperwork, no cumbersome process, no junk fees, often no appraisals. Listen, the average homeowner now has over $300,000 in equity. That's your money. Use it. One client got $150,000 out and paid off all their credit cards, 2 car loans, and a personal loan, cutting their monthly expenses by $1,500. You can get approved in as little as 1 day, so act now with no hard credit pull up front. LoanPronto.com or 904-999-1508. Get the money you need for anything at 904-999-1508 or just go to LoanPronto.com. Equal housing lender, NMLS 1661781, subject to lender approval, NMLSconsumeraccess.org.
Call the deck guys if you want a brand new deck pavers or more. Call 904-813-2474.
TheDeckGuysJacks.com.
Get ready for an unforgettable night of classic rock with legendary vocalist Jeff Tate. Known for his iconic work with Queensryche, Jeff Tate brings his unforgettable sound to the Florida Theater for one night only.
A round-trip journey in your head.
Witness the hit album Operation Mindcrime, performed in its entirety for the final time. Jeff Tate, Operation Mindcrime, April 3rd at Florida Theater. Tickets at floridatheater.com.
Trying to figure pricing at most AC companies is like listening to an auctioneer.
Who wants an AC tune-up? Do I hear $3.99? How about $2.99? No, let's drop it. $79? Do we have a deal? Going once, going twice? Sold!
Not at Duck Duck Air Conditioning. We make it easy. We're offering a free AC inspection. No gimmicks, no fine print, just a completely free checkup from our highly trained techs to make sure your AC is ready for summer. Call 904-862-6769 now to schedule. Duck Duck Air Conditioning, because free is better than bidding. Any required repairs are not included in the inspection.
This date in sports history is brought to you by Southeast Orthopedic Specialists.
On March 21st, 1959, at the NCAA Men's Basketball Championship, California defeats West Virginia. West Virginia's future Hall of Fame point guard Jerry West is named the tournament's most outstanding player.
Barley and Pie Brewing Company is Fleming Island's first and only craft brewery, founded by the co-founder and brewmaster of Wicked Barley. Barley and Pie serves up local brews made right in your backyard. Hungry? Dive into their sourdough Neapolitan pizza, made fresh in-house every day. Find your new go-to spot in Fleming Island at Barley and Pie Brewing Company.
DUI? Don't stress. Call me Malcolm Anthony at 285-4LAW. That's 285-4LAW for Malcolm Anthony.
Oh, by the way, Ivan's no longer on the project. His wife got a new job, so they're moving across the country.
Robin's top researcher is deviating to a new market. This isn't standard.
And now we're short-staffed. Who's going to finish all these projects?
She needs a cluster of new data analysts, and there's no margin for error.
I need Indeed.
Indeed you do. Put our matching platform to work so you can spend less time searching and more time connecting with talented candidates. Visit Indeed.com/credit and get $75 towards your first sponsored job. Terms and conditions apply.
This is Hayes Carline for Kingfish Pest Control. Mosquito season is upon us, but don't let them take over. The secret to a bite-free yard is starting today with Kingfish Pest Control. Their 3-step mosquito defense process stops them before they can spread. Eliminate breeding areas, build a protective barrier around your yard, and monthly treatments to keep them away all season long. The earlier you start, the fewer mosquitoes you'll have to fight. Don't let those suckers ruin your outdoor fun. Call Kingfish Pest Control, proud partner of the Jacksonville Jaguars.
I'm with Greg from Cycles of Jacksonville, and there's so many cool products that are on the line at Cycles of Jacksonville. The showroom is Atlantic and Regency, and we're talking, Greg, you've got from any level of price point, the experienced rider to the inexperienced on-road, off-road.
We've got it. We've got ATVs. We've got motorcycles. We've got scooters. We even have the new Honda boats. We've got something for everyone.
Don't forget about the boat line from Honda. It's all right there, waiting for you. Atlantic and Regency or Cycles of Jacksonville's Facebook page.
1010XL is presented by Farah and Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555. Jacksonville. Into the Night with Rick Ballou on 1010XL 92.5 FM.
It is a massacre on a Friday night, and it's early. Gators up 42-14, just pounding Norfolk State. Let's see here, 6:52 to go in the first half. Again, the Gators 42, Norfolk State cannot buy a bucket. They do have 14 points. Okay, back to college basketball here momentarily as we are live from Top Dawg Tavern, Bartram Park. See our text line. Some people are sending some photos. They're here. A lot of people are here. It's a great environment. But I just noticed a couple of tabletops opened up here. I see an open booth as well, and they've raised the garage doors. So some cool air, not necessarily cool air, but it's very comfortable. Is what I'm trying to say. There's indoor, outdoor dining, and $3 White Claws, $10 domestic pitchers of beer. So come on over. It's Top Dawg Tavern. We are in Bartram Park if you would like to visit. And I'll be here till 8. My name's Rick Ballou. Hacker Nation will take over. He'll be with you tonight from 8 until 10. Today, it was an early rise for me today. I think I got up around... it was right around 10 o'clock. Yeah, so it was early for me. And immediately went to the coffee. Then went into the massage chair for a good hour just to loosen things up before I went out and hit some golf balls. And it amazed me as to what was going on with Twitter. Okay? It was like today was all about Travis Hunter. And I saw it all over the place that Travis Hunter could fall to Jacksonville at 5. Is New England going to go out and draft Will Campbell? Are they going to get a left tackle? You remember Doug Marrone, former Jaguars head coach, is now the offensive line coach for the New England Patriots, working under Mike Vrabel. You talk about an endorsement or lack thereof for Cam Robinson. He could have absolutely convinced Mike Vrabel to take Cam Robinson, but he saw what Cam Robinson was all about during his career here. And if you didn't get the news on Wednesday, Cam Robinson is now a member of the Houston Texans, joining both Ronald Darby and Christian Kirk. But all this Travis Hunter stuff, and my opinion forever has been offense. And I've given you my reasons. You got to find out if Trevor Lawrence can get to the elite level. And the only reason you can do that is by providing him with the best offensive line and the best skill position players around, period. Most of you are all about defense, and that is Mason Graham, who had his pro day at Michigan today, up 10 pounds from the combine, where he was 296. Today he measured in at 306 pounds. But I'm all offense. The exception to the rule for me is Travis Hunter. I think he is such a freakish athlete in such a can't-miss prospect that, yes, I would take him as a defensive back at number 5 and put in some offensive packages. He can't go both ways. He weighs 190 pounds. He'll never survive. No one can at this level. Certain situations, you can find a way to get him the football. Worst case scenario will be a hell of a decoy, right? I'm blown away by a large contingency of Jaguar fans who are like, nah, we don't want Travis Hunter. And I'm like, what's going on with you? And I'm wrestling with this because a couple of months ago, so many of you Jaguar fans thought you were too good for Bill Belichick, okay? The guy won 6 Super Bowls. He won 2 more as a defensive coordinator. And I had people telling me, and just in general saying, nah, we're good. We don't want Bill. I'm like, are you kidding me? This is a 4-13 football team, and there are Jaguar fans that are like, we don't want Bill Belichick? I mean, it is absolutely insane. And now it's Travis Hunter, who to me is the biggest can't-miss prospect in this year's draft class. And we have Jaguar fans saying, nah, give me Mason Graham, or nah, give me Tyler Warren. And you're not big on Travis. So I'm just having a tough time. I'm not saying you're wrong, okay? I'm not saying you're wrong. I'm just saying I have absolutely no idea what you are thinking of here with these 2 examples. Now, listen, they wanted to go young. Liam Cohen may end up being a brilliant coach. He certainly is someone that this city has supported. But let the record reflect that there were 7 vacancies. No one wanted Liam Cohen. There were no other interviews for Liam Cohen. I know you could say there were no other interviews for Bill Belichick. Maybe the game has passed him by. We'll see this year at UNC. I happen to think it's a one-and-done there, and he'll make his way back to North Carolina. But one thing I've always admired about Jaguar fans is you're a blue-collar type of base, right? You've been through tough luck. You've been told to be patient. You're coming off of a awful situation where you had backstabbing going on within your organization. There were a ton of leaks. There were disagreements between the GM and the coach. There were disagreements between the coach and the players. And we get that you're trying to change all that around and raise the floor and bring the right people into the ecosystem. But the arrogance of saying no to Belichick, now followed up by saying no to Travis Hunter, you lost me, okay? I mean, you lost me. And it's not too often that I could say that. I'm saying it right now. The end of this has really blown me away. Eric Edholm had him on from NFL.com, I think it was Tuesday night. He ranked today after free agency, and I don't put a lot of emphasis into power rankings, okay? I certainly like the Associated Press poll or the coaches poll or the college football playoff rankings. Like college ball, yes. Their ranking system has always been important for obvious reasons. Power rankings in the NFL is something that I look at, but I don't give it as much attention. Anyway, Eric Edholm today ranked Jacksonville 30th out of 32 teams in the NFL post-free agency. You look around the league, there's not a lot of positive things that are being said about this organization, okay? It is a building process. Travis Hunter would be so instrumental in all of this. I just don't get it. Anyway, just wanted to share my opinion on that with Hunter. You know, the Belichick thing, age, all right. Is Belichick really an accomplished head coach, and is he really that special without Tom Brady? I understand the argument, okay? I don't agree with it, but I understand that side of the argument. I don't understand anything here with Travis Hunter. I mean, where's the red flag? He plays all the time. He's, for the most part, has avoided injuries. Are you concerned because he worked under Dion? Do you think that he's a diva? Do you think he's going to come in here and isolate himself from others? I'm just wondering out loud. I mean, some of you are so sold on Mason Graham, and I'm just trying to figure it out. I mean, I think Mason Graham's a good football player. I do, but I mean, the second coming, he's going to be an undersized 3 technique with 32-inch arms. That's in the 12th percentile. His height is not, what is he, 6'3"? When I look at a defensive tackle, I wanted a huge body. I wanted a immovable force. And the other side is I'm all about trusting the tape and what they've done compared to, the measurables. But I'm just really struggling with this side of it. So if you want to comment on that, you can. The best way to join us is on the text line at 641-1010. I mean, it's not too often that a fan base shocks me. This is twice where Jaguar fans, and I'm not saying all of you, but I'm saying a large group of you has now done this twice with arguably the greatest coach to ever be in the NFL and what I think is the top prospect overall in this year's NFL draft. It's just rare, and I wanted to voice my opinion on that. All right, let's get you updated on what's going on in college basketball. The Gators are just pounding Norfolk State, 51-21. So they're up 30 here with 3:40 to go in the first half. Again, here I said 28.5 points. There's no way I'd ever lay it. They're already up by that and some at the 3-minute mark. It's scary what the Gators are doing. We're just underway as well in the Midwest region. Kentucky up 11-9 over Troy. Kentucky's a 3 seed. Troy, of course, is a 9 seed. 14 minutes and 4 seconds to go in the first half there. Marquette in New Mexico just barely underway. New Mexico, a 10 seed, up 7-3 over Marquette. Again, early on, TV timeout there, 15:57 to go. So just barely getting things going there in the South region. Coming up in just a couple of minutes, it is going to be Akron and Arizona. Arizona's a 4 seed, Akron a 13 seed. This will be in the East Regional. And then the 4 late-night games. Oklahoma and Connecticut. That'll come on immediately after the Florida Gator game, or after, 30 minutes after the Florida Gator game. Oklahoma a 9 seed, Connecticut is an 8 seed. UConn favored by 5.5 in this game. Xavier and Illinois. I do think that, yes, exactly. That, as I said, that will be coming on immediately after Florida. Xavier and Illinois is an interesting game. That'll be at 9:45 tonight. The UConn-Oklahoma game scheduled for 9:25. I'll be surprised if they actually get it started on time. They never do once you get into this second, third, fourth wave of games. Xavier and Illinois, though, is scheduled at 9:45 in the Midwest region. Bryant and Michigan State, that is scheduled to tip off at 10 o'clock in the South region. Michigan State, a 2 seed. Bryant, a 15 seed. And then the finale tonight is Oregon, a 5 seed, against a 12 seed, and Liberty scheduled to tip off at 10-10. Oregon favored by 7.5 in this one. We've seen already a couple of upsets with 12 seeds over 5 seeds. Okay, invite you to come on by. And visit us tonight at Top Dawg Tavern. We're going to be here until 10 o'clock, okay? We're going to do this show until 8, And then Hacker Nation is going to come by. He's going to take you from 8 until 10. And right now they're celebrating their third birthday anniversary, okay? $10 domestic pitchers of beer, $3 White Claws. That's going to be the case all night long. Sensational food. And again, it's a family restaurant, indoor, outdoor facility, patio. So we do invite you to come on by. And again, we're going to be here tonight up until 10 o'clock. All right, let's take our final break of the night. When we come back, let's put our final touches on this one, give you an update on the Gator basketball game, see if we do have any response to what I said with Travis Hunter. The best way to join us, as always, is on the text line at 641-1010. That is brought to you by Lifetime Enclosures. The Gators up huge, 51-21, with 3 minutes and 15 seconds to go in the first half.
Consider him the captain of your ride home.
Frank Frangie.
Thank you, Captain Obvious.
You're on our way to the moon, Fred.
Frank Frangie.
Oh, that man.
Afternoons on 1010XL, 92.5 FM.
Here's Linda Beaver.
At Beaver Chevrolet, we believe your experience should be more than just buying a car. It should be a lifetime of confidence, care, and trust. That's why we're proud to offer lifetime warranties and lifetime customer service. At Beaver Chevrolet, we're not just here to sell you a car. We're here to establish a lifelong relationship that you can always count on. It's simple. You deserve the best and shouldn't settle for less. Visit Beaver Chevrolet in Jacksonville, where we're ready to give you a peace of mind for a lifetime.
Jacksonville, get ready to spice up your night at One Night Taco Stand. Every Taco Tuesday, enjoy their mouth-watering tacos for just $2.99 and get your weekend started with 2-for-1 house margaritas. Find fresh Mexican street food, stiff drinks, and fun vibes at One Night Taco Stand with 3 Jacksonville locations in Mandarin, Orange Park, and Southside at Bay Meadows.
Denny Thompson here. You got to check out Tyson's Showroom Home Theater with surround sound and comfy theater chairs. You can transform your living room into a cinematic experience. I can stay there to watch all my games. It's that comfortable. Call Tyson today and bring the theater experience home. Tyson Sound and Security, your security, home theater, and home automation experts. New showroom at 3555 U.S. Highway 17 in Fleming, Iowa.
I'm Chris Campione. Auto accidents can leave you feeling lost and overwhelmed. But at Campione Law, we're here to guide you with a personal touch through every step of the process. We don't get paid unless you get paid. CampioneLaw.com.
Count on Campione Law. You can't go inside your home team's locker room, so Jags beat reporter Hayes Carline goes there for you.
Work on three, 1, 2, 3, 4.
Hayes Carline here. Find my blog at 1010XL.com.
Brought to you by Roland Reach Plumbing, where quality and experience count.
What is 1010XL's Jeff Prosser's favorite movie? The answer next.
Southern Oak Insurance is proud to continue offering coverage statewide. Financial stability makes Southern Oak Insurance a wise choice for your homeowner's insurance needs. Log on to southernoak.com.
Our family protecting yours. Southern Oak Insurance.
Believe it or not, Jeff Prosser's favorite movie is The Wizard of Oz.
Southern Oak Insurance. Our family protecting yours.
We're certainly facing interesting economic times. For me, it's comforting to know my money's in good hands with ITP Partners. Jacksonville guys taking care of my Jacksonville money. Experience? Yeah, that's Chris Bryan, Jeff Hartman, Reagan Wright, Dan Abel, Scott Regner, Janice Cobb, and Reed Wingate. They have the expertise and knowledge to take care of your money. For more info, go to itppartners.com. ITP Partners, they're my financial partners for life.
Non-compensated client testimonial may not be representative of all client experiences. No guarantee of future performance or success.
Find out what new golf equipment could help your game.
Well, I'm just a humble golf pro. Could I help you?
Get great golf tips and talk from the experts on the Edwin Watts Golf Hour.
Got to figure out why I'm still shaking the ball.
Saturday morning at 10 on 1010XL.
Hi, I'm Sean Monahan from Monahan Jewelers in Atlantic Beach. Since 1977, we've been Jacksonville's local family jeweler with a beautiful selection of fine jewelry and certified diamonds. But we're also Jacksonville's leading buyer of gold and silver and diamonds from the public. Gold has recently hit an all-time high at almost $3,000 per ounce. Pay bills, buy something fun. Now is the time to sell your gold for cash and get top dollar or trade it in for a new piece and get even more value at Monahan Jewelers in Atlantic Beach.
Out with the old, in with the organized. Mia here for my friends at Closets by Design. Freshen up your home this spring with a custom organization solution. For a limited time, take advantage of our spring special and enjoy exclusive savings on closets, garages, home offices, and more. That's 40% off with an additional 15% off with 12-month special financing through April. Spring on this deal before it's gone. Call today to schedule your free in-home consultation with Closets by Design. I'm Stacy, and I want to tell you about my fogged-up window fiasco at my house. I called up Mac at Baker Glass. He told me all I needed was a glass replacement. The process was so easy. All within a few days, they came out, measured, called me with an estimate, cut my glass, and came out to install the new ones. Now my view outside is fog-free thanks to Mac and his crew at Baker Glass. And my neighbors think I got some fancy new windows.
I'm back with Baker Glass. No one treats you better.
Hey, Hicken here, or just call me Dreamfinders Danny. For a limited time to ring in the new year, Dreamfinders Homes is offering an amazing 4.99% fixed interest rate. Now's your chance to lock down that rate and get in the game. You heard me right. It's 4.99 fixed interest rate on select move-in ready homes. Visit dreamfindershomes.com for sales event information and get in the game. Interest rate available on select move-in ready homes. Restrictions and limitations apply. Go to dreamfindershomes.com for more details.
Okay, for this Cannons of Jacksonville commercial, we need an idea to really come out with a bang.
Like having a guy shot out of a cannon.
Nah, too messy. In fact, Cannons is known for all your towing needs.
So like my car won't start.
No. Towing products. Cannons does custom welding fabrication and installation of trailer hitches, goosenecks, tow bars, truck racks.
So you might say Cannons is my best shot at finding that inventory in stock?
Boom. You said it.
Visit cannonsofjacks.com.
1010XL is presented by Farah & Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555. Jacksonville. Into the Night with Rick Ballou on 1010XL 92.5
now
FM.
The cool down with Donovan Air, Electric and Plumbing. Keeping Jack's cool since 87.
Well, today's cool down, Jaguar representatives both in Ann Arbor and Tallahassee pro days for Michigan and Florida State, respectively. Two of the four players expected to get drafted by Florida State are a punter and a kicker. And the Jaguars are set there. They have arguably the best special teams in college football. Of course, Thomas and Farmer are a couple of defensive players who were expected to get drafted. Jacksonville did draft Jerry and Jones out of there a year ago. Mason Graham is up 10 pounds from his combine weight, which was 296, so he's up to 306. I know most of you out there want him. And isn't that cool? He's got 32-inch arms. If Trent Baalke was the general manager, I mean, he'd be red flagged. He'd be crossed out. I know most of you want him, and that is still absolutely an opportunity. The other big news of the day is the Florida Gators. They are absolutely crushing Norfolk State. 53-32 is the halftime score. Gators the top seed, just giving Norfolk State all sorts of problems. And Norfolk State actually went on a little bit of a run here at the final moments of the first half. Let's look at the Gators. 50% from the field, 18 of 36, 7 of 9 from behind the arc. That's 36.8%. They have out-rebounded Norfolk State 22-14. More assists. They've doubled them up 12-6. Let's see here. 16 for Clayton Jr., 11 for Martin. That is your leader right now. Haw has 7. So there you go. I'll total it up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 of the 9 players have scored so far for the Florida Gators. So they are well oiled and they are ready to go. And for Florida, really the big news for them will be, who do you match up against better? Who do you want in the second round? I would assume most would say Oklahoma. Connecticut is there. This is not a classic Connecticut basketball team, but we're still talking about UConn and one of the better coaches, maybe the best coach when it's all said in college basketball. I'm just trying to pull this up real quick. Every once in a while, I do have to check and see regulars, especially with Oklahoma and Texas coming into the SEC. It's still out of the ordinary for me. Did they get Oklahoma? They did. They knocked them off 85-63. That was back on February 18th. So they just destroyed Oklahoma. So I'm sure most Gator fans would say, give us that for a second time. Connecticut, again, a very well-coached team. Nonetheless, we'll see what does take place. All right, this is interesting. The Giants have just finalized the deal now with Jameis Winston. It's 2 years, $8 million. It could be worth up to $16 million with incentives. That's our buddy Jordan Schultz, who just came forward with that report. So you look at how few starting quarterbacks there are in the NFL who have won a Super Bowl. Two of them right now are without a job. That is Aaron Rodgers and that is Russell Wilson. Aaron Rodgers has visited Pittsburgh. Many believe that is where he's going to end up. Of course, that is where Russell Wilson last was. But you add Jalen Hurts to it, and Joe Flacco's no longer a starter. I saw that he could possibly return to Cleveland. Outside of Jalen Hurts and Matthew Stafford and Patrick Mahomes, that's it, right? Is there any other starting quarterback in the NFL who has won a Super Bowl? If you take Aaron Rodgers and you take Russell Wilson out of the equation, help me if I'm wrong here, RJ or Casey, is there any other starting quarterback still in the NFL? Out of 32 starters, that means there's only 3 who have won a Super Bowl?
That I'm thinking off the top of my head that you've already said, yeah.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah. Mahomes has 3. And, of course, Jalen Hurts has been to the Super Bowl twice in the last 3 years. Matthew Stafford just redid his deal to stay in Los Angeles. But, you went through the prototypical drop-back passers who have retired in the last several years. I mean, Brady's gone. Both Mannings are gone. Rivers is gone. Rivers didn't win one. Breeze is gone. Roethlisberger is gone. All these quarterbacks have left, and now it feels like this is the very end for Aaron Rodgers. It makes sense for him to go to Pittsburgh, and he's sitting back on this. The draft is 34 days away. My opinion has changed with the Jaguars when it comes to this particular aspect, all right? I always wanted the 2 quarterbacks to go in the top 4. That would mean it would be 2 position players, 2 quarterbacks. Jacksonville would select 5th. They would draft the 3rd best overall position player. Now, all of a sudden, would it make more sense if only 1 quarterback went in the top 4? And he is going to go in Cam Ward. All reports are Tennessee. 3 position players go, 2, 3, and 4. And then there's a team that is so desperate to get Shedeur Sanders that they give Jacksonville an offer that they just cannot refuse. And the Jaguars move back a little bit, but do gain massive draft capital. So that's my way of looking at it. And that's subject to change in the next 34 or 35 days. And teams typically get desperate at the quarterback position. And that moves up, at the tail end of things. So we'll see if that ends up being the case this year as well. All right, we're getting ready to wind things down here at Top Dog for my show. Hacker Nation is standing by, and he's going to join us here in just a couple of minutes. I'm sure he's very excited about what's going on with his Florida Gators. All Gator fans right now. It's just it's just out of this world. I mean, this is really the second coming. 53-32 at the halftime break. The Gators just destroying Norfolk State. Let me give you a couple of other games that are ongoing. Kentucky up 21-19 against Troy. So Troy's sticking around. All right, under 7 minutes to go in the first half there. You're talking about a one-possession basketball game. A 14 seed with Troy taking on a 3 seed with the Kentucky Wildcats. Also, New Mexico up over Marquette. 19-18. New Mexico, a 10 seed, up over Marquette. 19-18 with 9:22 to go in the first half there. We're seconds away. As a matter of fact, they have just tipped Akron and Arizona. Arizona, a 4 seed. Akron, a 13 seed. And again, they have just barely tipped there. We have 4 games coming up. Oklahoma and UConn, Xavier and Illinois, Bryant and Michigan State. In the finale in day 2 will be Liberty taking on Oregon. All right, I'm about out of here. But coming up for the next 2 hours is Ryan Green. He is referred to as Hacker. Let's check in with him right now.
Now, the 2-minute drill. Serviced by Cool Cats Heating and Cooling. Locally owned and operated near your neighbors. CoolCatsJacks.com.
The coolest cats in town.
I was doing radio in Chicago, and I was on air when Grady Little left in Pedro Martinez, and they lost to the New York Yankees, and Aaron Boone hit a home run in the 12th inning. And I tried to do a radio show, and it was brutal. I also did some Labor Day shows when Florida State played Miami to try to do a radio show. It was brutal. I'm guessing that you're not going to have that same sensation during the second half of the Florida-Norfolk State game.
No, in a perfect world, I'm not. Although I think the last 2.5 minutes of that first half gives Todd Golden a good reason to be upset. I mean, look, they went on a 12-0 run there, and Florida was being careless with the ball. So it was all sunshine and rainbows. But now Golden, I'm sure, is going to have a little talking to with them, and I would imagine they're going to come out in the second half and be pretty fired up.
Let's see, 13-3 yesterday, 5-3 so far today. I'm 18-6 going into this late wave. How about you?
You got me by 1 game. I'm 17-7. My problem is I think I've lost. I know Missouri was in my Sweet 16.
Okay.
So I've lost at least 1 Sweet 16. Do you have your Sweet 16 intact?
I do.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow, that's pretty good. I know Missouri was in it. I don't think I've lost anybody else out of the 16.
Actually, I do not. I had Memphis.
Okay, you had Memphis. So you had Memphis over Maryland.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And by the way, it's going to be Maryland. Maryland gets Colorado State in the second round. So Florida, if they keep advancing, will probably see Maryland in the Sweet 16. And that's wonderful because based on every analyst I've talked to, Maryland is probably going to be Florida's biggest competition in this region.
Florida rolled Oklahoma. I just saw you talking with an Oklahoma grad here.
Yeah.
A couple of minutes ago.
She's getting fired up for the game.
Rolled them back in February. Without question, you would rather have the rematch than taking on maybe the best coach in college basketball in Danny Hurley.
Yeah, but I think, and look, you know this, obviously, but I'm telling Gator fans, this is not UConn of last year. It's certainly not UConn of 2014. If Florida wins this game, and they probably will, they're up 21, and if UConn wins tonight, do not play the logo. Do not play the name. Play the players wearing the uniform. And Florida should beat UConn by double digits on Sunday.
All right, what's coming up?
Yeah, obviously, we're going to keep people updated on the NCAA tournament. I got a lot of thoughts. We're never going to go too far away from the Jaguars. Matt Verderam of Sports Illustrated will join me tonight. We'll also have Garrett Padell of CBSSports.com. And we'll head over to Tallahassee, talk a little Gus Malzahn and Florida State spring football. Media can't see much of it because Mike Norvell has kicked the media out, basically. I'm curious what your thoughts are there. But Logan Robinson of Knoll Game Day will join us in the 9 o'clock hour.
All right. Well, have a lot of fun. Have a great show tonight. I know last night was a blast. We're having one here again tonight here at Top Dog.
It's a great atmosphere. It's a home game for me and you out here. Yeah. This is nice.
No doubt about it. All right. Have fun, Hacker.
Thanks, Rick.
That's going to do it for us. Casey Dobson, I wish you the very best of luck out there, young man.
Thank you very much, sir. It's been a pleasure working with you this entire time.
It has, and I feel the same way about you. And enjoy the remainder of the evening. Of course, Hacker Nation is coming up right now. He's going to keep you updated on this Gator game. It is all Florida. They are just pounding Norfolk State. So thank you to Casey Dobson. Thank you to R.J. Saunders. I do want to thank the Philly Godfather for joining us earlier in the program as well. That's going to do it. My name is Rick Ballou, but keep it right here. Hacker Nation will keep you updated on the Gator game as he broadcasts as well live here from Top Dawg Tavern. I'm Rick Ballou. I'll talk with you next, coming up at 6 o'clock on Monday. Have a great weekend.